Everyone, this is Avi Harkishin. I got a few requests to look at UNH, United Health Group. So let's take a look at UNH. This is what I'm currently looking at. So the first thing I'm looking at, we've had a five wave to the downside, one, two, three, four, and this here could be the fifth wave right over here. And that means the bottom is in. And now you're starting your first wave to the upside. The bearish case scenario is that this has not been completed and you still have one more wave to go to the downside. For now, when I'm looking at this here, this was buyers stepping in at wave 3, push the price down, and then you see this price start falling in low volume over here. So it is very much possible that this here is the bottom right over here. And this was wave 5. Now, that's the bull case scenario. Now, the other case scenario for the bearish case scenario is that we still have this here's an A, a B, and a C wave to play out to complete wave 5, which is somewhere around between 228, what is that, 227 to 195. Do we still have one more wave to go to the downside? Whatever the case is, assuming that wave 5 has been completed, let's just assume wave 5 is completed. Just assume that. Right? If I want to go long here, what am I really looking for? So I want to see a retracement towards this level to fill this gap here, which is 294. Let me just put that down so you see what it is. So you have 294 to, I think this 273, is it? 273. Yeah. To 273. I will want to see this gap gets filled over here. And I think the price is going to come down and fill this gap at least right over here. If you were to take your retracement level, your fib retracement, we can see the price move down. Let me just do this here. All right, you can see the price fill this gap at the 0.5 or somewhere within the bottom here, this level over here, all the way down to 265 to 252. You can see this level gets filled. Mostly 265 is where institutions start stepping in and they're going to defend the price over there. But I still think you're going to fill this gap first. So what I was looking for is at least a move down over here, fill this gap or somewhere to this level before we move back up if we're having a bullish case scenario and the bottom is in. If it's not in, you're going to see something like this take place. Let me just give me 1 second. Let me just pull this up. You're going to see the price do something like this, maybe fill this gap, bounce, and then move back down to the downside. That's what you can see happen. All right, so this here is the bull case scenario, but if I want to go long, I want to see this gap gets filled. I want to see price come down here. The other case scenario, the bullish case scenario, is that if you know the bottom is in for sure, what I want to see is this. I want to see the price break. You see you have the wave 4 at the top here. I want to see the price break the top of wave 4, probably fill this gap that you have in here, and then have that rejection that comes back down and maybe fill this gap over here. And that will be, assuming it goes there, and it comes back down within this gap to fill this gap and then move up. If the price break this level, 290, 229 or 230 or the top of wave 4, the bottom is in, because then it invalidates the bearish case scenario because it broke the top of wave 4, which means we have started a new sequence, a bullish sequence. But if it has not broken the top of wave 4, you still have a scenario that could play out where the bottom is not in, and you could still have that ABC play out. So you have to keep that in mind as well, and that's what I'm looking at right now. Still see some downside coming in, but if we're to create a UTAD, we could still move back up here. Invalidates the bearish case scenario of the price dropping here, and then come back down and fill this gap as a wave 2, and then you start pushing to the upside, creating a new cycle, bullish case scenario. Let me show you a little bit more on my other chart, what I'm looking at. Give me 1 sec. Okay, if you're looking at over here. We have a big volume node right on top here. Um, this is a resistance level. Price keep bouncing around here, then it dipped. Now price is back up here again at this known resistance level right over here. Once price start breaking below this volume node here at 295, this is going to be a resistance level. You can see price start pushing back down somewhere within this level here, which is the same gap that we've been talking about over here. Right over here, that's that gap we're talking about right over there. So you can see price push right back down here. So I would want to wait at least to see this gap get filled, and I think this gap is going to get filled. Can you see some upside? More, yeah. Price could start doing something like this. If it's being distributed, you could see price just... where is it? Okay. Give me 1 second. You can see price just do this, come back up, and then move to the downside. So that's possibly that's something that you could see take place as well. It doesn't have to go straight down to the downside. You could see some sort of distribution take place here, and then push the price down if they're going to distribute the price down here. I am watching the falling volume as price is dropping. If you're getting falling volume if price is dropping, that's a bullish case scenario, because if for the bearish case scenario, you want to see price just increase if it's dropping for bear case scenario. For bull case scenario, you want to see this volume consistently shrink as price is falling. So if you want to go long, I would say hold off. Just wait, because price is still trading here. Let's look at the 1 hour. If you're looking at the 1 hour over here, you have this big volume gap right over here as price is trading. You have this volume gap over here. Just remove that. Okay. So here's the volume gap right over here. And price is trading right below this high volume node. So for a bullish case scenario, you want to see price push back up above this high volume node, above this $300 level right over here, and hold this level to push up. But as long price is trading below this $300 level, especially this 296 level, it's very much likely you see price fall and close this volume gap towards this 272 level. You still have this 200 EMA here that price could fall on to something and then push back up. So you could still have something like this play out where price drop, find support at 200, move back up here, then reject, and then come back down over here. So all that could play out, and this is where your next support level is at 272 at this volume node right here. If institutions are accumulating, they really want to accumulate, they're going to bring the price down towards 251, or it's going to cause it to drop below this. But this would be where I would get out if I'm short at 272, where you start seeing that gap I talked about get filled. So that's what I'm looking at right now. I still think you have a bit more downside, but if you start holding this level here, give me 1 second. Let me just put this here. This level here, 295. I would wait to see this 295 get break. If this 295 is broken, you can see that gap gets filled, because this is where the volume node. So it's very much possible you could create a bear case scenario, bear trap right here, and push the price back up. So once this level 295 is broken, I think you're going to fill that gap. So that's what I have on UNH. So if you're looking to go long, hold off a little bit. The risk to reward ratio is not that great right now, because you can still see that drop. Okay, hopefully that was helpful on what I'm looking for. All right, guys.